super happy. Hey YouTube, it's your Gossip Guru here with
Andrew.
And we're doing another segment on relationship advice. For those of you that are just seeing these videos or this channel for the first time, this is a segment we've started where we are asking viewers to send in questions for us to answer in regard to relationships. And if you choose to have your name remain anonymous, you can do that, or if you want us to share your name, you can do that as well. But please send in your questions, because this is what we're here for.
And if there's anything else, any other facts that you like to remain anonymous, just let us know. Unless otherwise, we're going to just spill them out. So, if you say that you're a John Cena fan and you don't want the general public to know that you're a John Cena fan, we understand. I wouldn't want people to know that either. So, anyways.
That is not relevant.
No. Someone here is a John Cena fan, and they're not wearing red. So, this person would like to remain anonymous. And I guess I will read it this time. Although I'm horrible vernacularly, so please excuse me if I stumble a little over my words. Okay, so, we'll start from there. I was in the hospital for 3 months for treatment of depression. While I was there, I developed strong feelings for a nurse, and I told the people there about it. I told them because I can't keep secrets in a place like that. By the way, I'm 15, and this is probably very normal, just in a slightly unusual setting. I was very aware that no relationship was appropriate and respected those rules, but my feelings didn't go away. I have been released from the hospital over a month now, and honestly, I feel horrible not seeing the person ever again. I would think of her day and all day, and it would upset me quite a lot. I have thought about how to deal with this a lot, both positive and negative ways, but it still gets me nowhere. I have discovered how amazing it feels when someone to feel about someone that way, but also how obsessed with the situation I am, and how inappropriate it is, and that I don't even know this person properly. I'm sorry for coming to basically it kind of just goes off into other things, but basically the situation is this. A person went into the hospital for depression, and we're glad that you're out and everything is going well. And while in the hospital, they developed a not a relationship, but feelings towards a nurse. And since being released from the hospital, still have these feelings and unsure on exactly how to cope with them. This is kind of a delicate topic too, but we will let Gossip Guru go first, and then I will go second. Unless, did you go first last time?
I did.
Oh, I guess I will go first then. You're 15, and I'm assuming that the nurse here is at minimum 18. I know some people can be nurses at 18. Let's just say, for the sake of, they're in their mid-20s, early to mid-20s. Again, I don't know the age, but we can assume that they're an adult. What you're feeling is 100% natural. You are attracted to a person. Particularly someone of the opposite sex. It really doesn't matter if you're attracted to someone of the same sex, but you're attracted to someone, and that's perfectly fine. What you are feeling is perfectly normal. There's nothing wrong with that. In saying that, you have to understand that these are normal feelings, but they're also feelings that you probably should not fully follow through with. In your life, there's two things I'm going to approach it with this. First of all, in your life, you're going to find out there's going to be a lot of people out there that you're attracted to that logically, it just wouldn't work, the relationship. To dwell on them is just going to make you more upset, and it's just going to make you more wanting that person. To quote Van Wilder, worrying is like a rocking chair. You do a lot of moving, but you really don't get anywhere. That's the thing. You're not going to get anywhere by dwelling on this one person. There's so many people out there that are probably more compatible with you, and so many people out there that the relationship would probably work out a lot. But I mean, again, this person is probably substantially older than you, and it just wouldn't work out because of the age difference. Now, if you were older and you guys had the same age, that may be a different story. But because you are younger, it does complicate things. But again, there's nothing wrong with how you feel. It's just you have to understand that, you know, you don't need to go out with, you don't need to have, you need to be able to move past those feelings and move on with your life. In saying that, you state that you are 15 years old. Being a teenager sucks sometimes. Trust me, I know. And when you're a teenager, particularly at the age of 15, you are racing with things in your minds about relationships and with anything, some sexual stuff, and also with wanting to be with people. You know, there's so many stuff going through your mind. What you have to understand is you're young. You're so young. Enjoy your life and enjoy the things that make you happy before you get concerned with other people and get concerned with relationships. I always tell people that it's best to wait until you're older to really start dating and start getting concerned about that stuff. Enjoy your life as a teenager. That's important. But in summary of what I have to say, and I've been talking a little bit too long maybe, but there's nothing wrong with how you're feeling, but don't dwell on it. Enjoy your life. What's going on here, you know, I guess that would be the best way to kind of move past this, is just move on and do something else. Do something that would make you happy. Get your mind off things. Because again, worrying is like a rocking chair. You do a lot of moving, but you're not getting anywhere. Your opinion?
I'm going to gently say that I believe that somebody just screamed, but I believe that
my dad got a new treadmill downstairs, and it's like a kid in a candy store.
I believe this is hormone based. And also, I don't know the background of your depression or what initially made you feel the way you felt, but from what I read, I'm thinking that maybe this nurse might have been a little bit kinder or given you a little bit more attention than the other nurses in some way, and so you became attracted to her because of the attention that she was giving you. I think it's wise that you realize that it's not appropriate because of the age gap that we assume. It wouldn't be appropriate, and because of the setting, it really wouldn't be appropriate. Like Andrew said, I think it's important, especially where you're probably still recovering, I think it's important to get back to things that interest you and get back to your hobbies and the things that once made you happy, to restore your happiness. Because you are young, and although you can be in a relationship of some sort if you'd like, it's important to have inner happiness and be content with yourself before you can find happiness and make someone else happy.
An important thing you have to understand is before ever getting into a relationship, you have to be happy with yourself. You have to be content with where you are in your life, and you have to be content with what you've done in your life. I made an admission, and I dated a few girls in high school, but I never thought or had any intention of those being any lasting relationships. I had a mission to myself that I would not date anyone seriously until college, because I wanted to be able to develop who I was and identify who I was and find out who I was and be happy with who I was. Be certain in what I was, because if I look back now and look at when I was 14 to 16, boy, was I a completely different person. Well, not completely, but still. You're 15. You're still finding yourself. You're identifying who you are, and that goes for everyone that's at 15. It's not just you. It's everyone. So you're not alone in this. And it's best when you find out who you are, fully find out who you are, and comfortable with who you are, and comfortable and happy with who you are, and fully ready to embrace someone else. That's when you should go out and, you know, find someone. It's still date. There's nothing wrong with dating, but don't get serious until you're older. Excuse me. Any other comments you wanted to say?
I think if you find yourself, I don't expect this to happen, but I think if you find yourself still thinking about this person a couple of years down the road, and maybe you are in a better frame of mind, a healthier frame of mind, who knows, maybe look up this person. But for right now, I think maybe it's just some kind of an infatuation that you've developed from interacting with this person so much, and this person, like I said, paying so much attention. Maybe it's attention that perhaps you haven't gotten, and it was nice to get.
Yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes because we don't get all the full stories when it comes down to these questions, so we're kind of just assuming. But there's one thing I do want to say here, and this goes for everyone, especially the writer of this message. You do know who you are. If at any time you need to talk to us, whether it's on outside of doing a video, like a video response to a question, if at any time you want to talk about anything, all you have to do is send us messages. We're always willing to talk, and we like to think of everyone out there as friends, so we're always willing to help out friends. But I think we kind of are in a agreement with how we feel about this. Do we?
Yeah, but it sounds like we both think that you're at the age where there's a lot of crushes happening and curiosity about the opposite sex or the same sex,
Yeah,
but
it's not the end of the world.
And it's just a matter of getting back to what once made you happy.
And you know what? It's easy for us to say that it's not the end of the world. You're young. You're a teenager. It's a crush. It's this and that. It's easiest for us to say that.
Sometimes it feels like the end of the world.
Because we're 24, and well, I'm going to be 25 in 13 days. But we're older. We're together. We're engaged. We're comfortable when it comes down to our personal relationship. I'm sure I felt the same way as you did when I was younger in some way, shape, or form. Just understand that it gets better. Just take some time and enjoy being a teenager. Because, again, being a teenager, it can be rough. Especially when it comes down to the relationship aspect.
And I sympathize with what you're going through. Again, I don't know the extent, but I've done a lot of crying for different reasons and being depressed. So your story hit home with me a little bit, although I haven't been hospitalized. I can relate to the sadness.
And I'm
sorry for what you've gone through.
I've never been depressed or had depression, but I've had a lot of friends that have. And your story actually sounds similar to one of my friends that I have now. Grew up with him, kind of went through the same stuff that you're going through. He came out totally perfectly fine, engaged, everything's going well for him. So, yeah, it gets better. But I guess we pretty much answered the question. We're kind of just rambling on. So, good to go. Is there anything else you want to say before we're done?
Just thank you for your submission, and hopefully this helps you. And if you have any further questions in the future that you want us to address here or in some other form, please don't hesitate.
We're always open to help out in some way, shape, or form. We're not psychologists or anything, but at least it's someone to talk to. And in the end, that can help out. So, if you have a relationship question or a question in general in life, you can just ask us. You can email them or message them to the Gossip Guru here on her channel, and it can be about anything. And if you want to stay anonymous or any factoids about your life anonymous, just let us know, okay? So we're going to end this video here. This is Andrew
and Gossip Guru
saying peace out for now.